everyone, Miss Wilkins here. This is Dark Horse, the viola part. Okay, so this is a pretty sweet viola part. You've got the melody a couple of times, but it's not a challenging part in the sense that, you know, there's not a whole lot of difficult stuff that you need to worry about. So what I want to challenge you is to think qualitatively about your playing, about the quality of the strokes that you're producing and the dynamics you're getting, because that's going to keep you interested and motivated and challenging yourself while you're playing your instrument, even though you're playing something simple. This is how professional musicians get through music we don't like or we find really boring. Think about ways to improve your technique while you're playing something really easy. And that's sort of the best way to really work on technique, is when you're playing something easy, because you don't want to be playing something super difficult and try and work on like tone production or your bow hold or something like that. Okay, so let's take a look at this opening of Dark Horse on the viola. You've got some accents and you've got some crescendos and you've got dynamic levels that are rising. So you want to get that accent, but it's in piano, so that's crazy, right? So you may want to move your bow over to the fingerboard a little bit and still execute your accent, but it's going to be softer because of your contact point. And then as you gradually get louder, you're going to move that contact point closer and closer to the bridge, adding more pressure and more speed to achieve that effect that we need to do as an ensemble. So okay, and don't worry about some crunches, though that sound is not going to translate out to the audience. It's under your ear, but people in the audience don't hear that. It's a known effect that professional musicians know about, okay? So you should know about it too. All right, so now you get the, at measure, pick up to 9, you get the melody. I've put some stars in the part for where you have to cover the 5th. And if you need a refresher on my video on Homie the 5th, go take a look at that, where I talk about how to cover a 5th, which is a note, 2 notes that are across the strings from each other, okay? You want to make sure you're putting that finger right square smack dab in the middle, not doing any sort of funniness, and not lifting and hopping, just covering both of them. And definitely this is a 4th finger one. And I'm leaning, I'm leaning toward doing that as one bow. I don't like what's printed there, so let me try my new bowing. Lift. Okay, and I actually like that. I'm going to write that in. And then at measure 14, you're going to do what I call a sigh. Okay, I wrote in a diminuendo, and you're going to do this with bow pressure. You're going to start out with a lot of bow, well, not a lot, but a medium amount of bow pressure, and then release it as you play the slur. Sounds like this. Okay, and that gives a nice effect, almost like I'm sighing with my voice, right? You notice I also vibrated in that. So simple musical things to play, but very complex technical things you need to execute to play the music excitingly. Okay, then the melody goes on where you have to cover the 5th, lift, and then right here it says measure 17. I'm lifting and I'm going to go up bow, which I know you think is crazy, but I can go up bow even right here. Lift, lift, up. Okay, so those are some crazy little reverse circle bows that you probably are not too comfortable with, but just remember you're going to lift and then go up. That does happen. All right, so taking a look at measure 21, we're going to execute a 2-bar crescendo and decrescendo, and we're going to be vibrating through all of this. And then in measure 25, we've got a 5-bar crescendo, okay? So these are very complicated technical things for you to execute as a student player. So it's not just about playing simple notes. All right, so here we go at 21. be dramatic, otherwise it's not going to come across on the stage. Okay, and then you've got the melody again covering the fifth, doing those sides that we talk about. Measure 46 is all about footballs, and like I said, this is a simple thing, but put something difficult to it to keep your brain going. How about working on your vibrato? And really soft. Getting that vibrato super smooth. Transferring from finger to finger. No stopping the vibrato. Okay? And then the last note you just have to hit with an accent. Okay guys, that's it. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video.